If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is a community option. $1 at the gate gets you in a Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch. Buy our merch indeed. And a child shall lead them to buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener.
Victim of Hellfire by Cruel Force is up next.
This should be interesting.
We were in our 20s when we made it. How long ago did we make that? The commercial.
All right. Poli-Sci got a bigger shout out than I, and I am Vin's #1 fan. Okay, let's do it.
Victim of Hellfire by Cruel Force.
Victim of Hellfire. Let's do it. Classic. Classic. Yes. A traditional thrash metal riff.
We will fight. Sickness a message. Here we go. From the church, the devil's urge. We are possessed by the eternal loud. Heavy, metal, death. Victim of Hellfire. Metal fills the air. Victim of Hellfire. And this moment, rip the glass. Ages dying, fear the mess. Kill the virgin, drink the blood. The gates of hell are open now. Heavy, metal, death. Victim of Hellfire. Metal fills the air. Victim of Hellfire.
Metal fills the air, bitches. Metal fills the air. Gang, gang. fight fire with fire too? This part, fight fire with fire, right? I love what Luminous Night said. Thrash metal riffs, a kind of yelling, talking vocal. You know, I was listening to that, what do you call it? I think it's called Cast Down. It's a Slayer song. Cast down and thrown away. You are the living dead. I was listening to that last, I don't know if it's last night or a couple nights ago. They're all a blur. They're all a blur.
I know, I bet.
But,
he got 2 hours of sleep last night.
I do know that I do recognize that style though. Thrash metal riffs with a kind of yelling, talking vocal. Mm-hmm. Like when I do background vocals, like that's really what I want to go for. I like that, like, because the way that comes across, it's this very like authoritative. Because he's not singing, he's talking. Because singing is kind of like feminine. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Especially in metal, because it's always contrasted.
You feel this sounds authoritative?
Well, yeah, he's like, yo, metal fills the air. Or like, I mean, Slayer is obviously the best at it. Like, the dude from Slayer sounds like the Prince of Demons and shit. Like, you would follow him. Like, yo, we're going to that hill, bro. We're going to burn down that church. Okay, Roger, let's go. Like, wait a second, I'm a Christian. No, nigga, I ain't going to burn down the church with you. What's wrong with you? But like, just the way that like, I think his name is Tom. It's Tom Araya, right? Like in that song, Cast Down with the shadows of the real world. The system failed you just the way it failed me. Hell, I'm on the country where the city bleed. America, home of the free, land of fucking disenchantment, despair, empty. Anyway, my point is, I love that vocal style, bro. I really, really, really love that vocal style because it's like. It carries a certain kind of authority. Yeah, on that caveman shit. Yeah.
I totally disagree. To me, it sounds like not to be taken seriously.
What?
Sounds like a joke to me. Not at all.
What year was this? Was this late 80s? Late 80s, early
2008.
90s? La ilaha illallah. 2008. Okay, so they came with that retro sound. Go ahead. So you don't like thrash metal at all?
I don't feel like I've ever really given thrash metal like high scores. But this one to me was like even worse. Like the way that he did his vocals, like I said, I can't take it seriously. And the other thing is like they're usually saying something that sounds like it's really supposed to sound badass or make you uncomfortable, but it just comes across, I don't know, sounding like you know, on Halloween when somebody's like, you know what, I'm gonna go for a real bloody look, and then it just like it yo, use Kool-Aid or what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry, I can't take it seriously. Satanic night, we will fight. Satan is our master. Hail the goat. Burn the church, the devil's urge. We are possessed by nocturnal hell. I can't take it seriously. And the other thing too is like, if you back this up, remember we talked about that cult I used to be a part of, and like how there's like a crew of people that are still jabbing at that place, like because they never got over it. Like to me, like
that sounds like some shit they would write.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be a Christian anymore. I'm going full devil. Like, I don't even want to talk about I'm not even. They're the last things on my mind. I'm just going full devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? What do you mean you're gonna burn the church? The devil's urge is to burn the church. Why? Like, if it's all, you know what I mean? Like, do your own thing. Like, why do you leave that alone? Like, there's got to be, I mean, think about it. Like, we could go burn the church, or we could do this crazy seance and possess somebody. Like, to me, that sounds like something more you'd want to do. Like, why go burn the church? Like, that just makes it sound like...
They must not believe that anything's going to appear in the seance. Because I guarantee you... Like,
that's what I'm saying.
If you really thought, like, Beelzebul or whatever was going to show up...
Yeah, why wouldn't you try to possess the priest instead?
Yeah, I would much rather be...
saying.
I would much rather be in that circle...
That's what I'm saying.
Like burning a church.
That's what I'm saying. But then at the same time, like, I don't know where these people are located, but like nobody
knows that you were in a cult, bro. So you just tell these people, like, yeah, I was in this cult. Blah, blah,
no,
blah.
It wasn't.
And like the former cult members,
that's true.
Nigga, that shit was a fucking.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have Sori. We're gonna have Sori shoot a video.
Yeah, it wasn't like we were drinking blood or anything like that.
You know what we'll do? We'll
sometimes I sit and I think about
the video,
some of it.
and if the video gets 1,000 likes, then she'll shoot a long form video of her experience in the cult. Hell yeah, she was a cult.
Sometimes, like, I think about some of the stuff, and I'm like, we were all adults, and they were telling us this is weird. But anyway,
nah, that wasn't weird. What was weird was how compliant all you guys were, bro. That shit to me is crazy. Like,
They vetted us to make sure we were going to be compliant people.
I don't understand that.
Yeah,
But
agree.
actually, I do
totally
understand.
Agree.
I do understand that though, because the military functions like that. They run that psychops game to perfection. Oh, you come here, you'll be elite. Blah blah blah. We're the best in the world. Blah blah blah. Oh, you'll die of hypothermia. Oh, you'll die of hypothermia. Okay, now it's the same shit. It's a cult. Like if you took that shit and then you put it out in the real world, and you're like, wait, what? You're not sleeping for 4 days straight. You're like being pushed to the edge of hypothermia. What? You ran 4 miles on a broken ankle, or you got your strap switched up with your little thingy, and then you dislocated your shoulder, and you out there in the water still. Like that shit. That's all like cultic behavior, bro. Like all that shit is crazy, bro.
So I gotta finish that thought. So, as far as the whole, like, let's go burn church.
Amy would last 14 seconds in that bitch, bro. They were like, yo, what? She'd be like, I'm out. Tell me to drink water. Now I ain't drinking no water.
I'm not drinking water.
For 2 days, bitch. Drink some water. No! Go ahead.
I think, like, if I look at it, I'm like, okay, the church aspect of it, like, burn the church. The only reason why I'm like, okay, maybe that's not... When you hear, like, some of the stuff, like, remember with Nergal and, like, the way that the church was, like, kind of going after him over in Poland and stuff? It was like, okay, come on.
They were celebrating when dude got leukemia.
Yeah, it's just like... So stuff like that makes me say, okay, well, then there's a place for... We're going to burn the church. We're also going to possess people, but we're going to burn the church. You know what I mean? Like...
Oh, hell yeah, bro!
So I'm just saying, like, it's not just only funny to me because I'm saying that from... I'm an American, and I'm on this side of it, so... But if I was in a place that was heavily persecuted by a church, and then you have to ask the church, why are you persecuting these people so hard? If you believe that you have the right religion and you believe that you have the way of truth, then why do you need to persecute people and go after them like relentlessly? Why can't you just let them see the truth and come to you when they're ready? You know what I'm saying? But
when we first got introduced to black metal, like the cultural side of it,
yep,
and like the church burnings and all that, people can only take so much, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you're a kid and Nergal saved your life, which I'm talking like a metalhead, so people can be like, "Oh, that's exaggeration." But if you know metal, you know metal. Mm-hmm. Like that dude saved your life. You're gonna love that dude. Like win, lose or draw, no matter what he does. Like he's your personal.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like honestly, like I'm not gonna say that, but like yeah. Like so then you come out and this dude's got cancer or leukemia, and instead of saying, "Hey, we need to shut down this country and pray for this man," because according to our belief system, if he dies, he's going to hell forever. Mm-hmm. And that would break Jesus's heart, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that our team? Then, right? But that's not what we did, bro. We're out there celebrating that this man has got leukemia and that he almost got taken off the world.
I can't believe that. That's so unbelievable to me.
Yeah, and then you put God in this crazy situation because now it's like, yo, I love this dude. I want to heal him. Mm-hmm. But then if I'm healing him, he's gonna give all the credit to himself and his Satanism. Mm-hmm. And I can't take any credit for it because all my people out here are wishing death on this dude. But I love this dude.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So like, I don't even, like, the real kicker that I never really mentioned all those years ago because we were so new, like, I believe God inspired those people to burn that church, bro. Honestly, if you really ask me, if you really truly ask me, like, my opinion, yeah, bro, I think God inspired those people to do that shit, man. For real. I do. And we can get into the theology of it, but whatever, but... Like, you can't do that shit to people time and time again. Like, I'm surprised that LGBT people haven't fucking just, you know. I mean, now it's a little bit different, but I'm talking about, you know, I was talking to one of the kids about how LGBT people were treated in the 90s when we were supposedly all progressive and shit.
Yeah.
And it was horrible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, burn the churches, bro. Go for it. I don't care. Go ahead.
Just not with people in them.
Huh?
Not with people in them.
Man, they didn't do it with people in it. They never, not the ones that I looked at. The ones I looked at never did it with people in it. So, you know, I really, truly, I don't care, you know. But like I said, you know, my perspectives on things are very different from everybody else.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that aspect of it I can definitely see. But it's still, you know, endless torment, ripping flesh, angels dying, fear the mass. Kill the virgin, drink her blood. The gates of hell are open now. Heavy metal death, victim of hellfire. It just sounds so.
Yeah, okay, lyrically, yeah, it's not there, bro. It's not there, but it's not meant to be that. In my opinion, I think these guys were like, yo, let's do an old school thrash record.
I think that you need to answer Joe's question because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just dropped a friggin' bomb in the middle of this review.
What bomb?
That you think that God inspired them to burn down those churches. I think you need to explain why.
Oh, well, I mean, look, the church, what we call a church is a building. And we've poured all this metaphorical import into this building. When Jesus said, I'll build my church, he wasn't talking about building, he was talking about a people. Mm-hmm. Like, my family, right. You know, when the kids go see their mother or whatever, they don't go like, okay, we're gonna, you know, play house, or when you come back here, they say we're coming home.
Yeah.
Like when you're a people oriented, when you have a people oriented understanding of things, the building just facilitates the people, and there's no import to it.
Yeah.
And so there's a time in the Old Testament, at the end of Malachi, where the people were religious and all that shit, but they were mistreating their wives, treating their wives horribly, being violent, you know, divorcing them, trading them in for a younger model, all types of crazy shit. And God was like, man, I wish one of you guys would just shut down the temple, bro. Just shut it down.
Yeah.
And biblically speaking, twice God destroyed the temple. Mm-hmm. In the Old Testament, he sent the Babylonians in there to fuck it up. And he specifically said, I'm sending the Babylonians. They're going to fuck you up.
Yep.
One of the reasons he sent the Babylonians was that the Israelites didn't care for the poor and needy. They didn't care for the widow or the orphan. And they were horrible to sojourners. That would be immigrants. So God said, y'all want to treat people like that? You want to extort people, but then you want to go to the temple? Nah. So you know what happened? The Babylonians destroyed that temple. And you know what happened in the New Testament? Jesus said, oh, words, y'all want to talk about the temple? How about this? It's going to get surrounded. We're going to destroy it in this generation. And that's exactly what happened. So for me, the temple went up in smoke, literally in fire. So for me, when there's a group of people that you're persecuting and you're spitting on and doing all this and you're not making it right, like, I don't care. Like, look, I've had beef with people in the stream, you know what I'm saying? And I've said things, and God's been like, yo, you completely wrong. Or a story will be like, yo, what's wrong with you? And I've had to come back and apologize. Like, you know, one of them's in the room right now. Well, a couple of them in the room right now, actually. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're wrong, you're wrong. And, like, God doesn't like, oh, you screwed up once, I'm going to set fire to your house. But, like, if you keep mistreating people and you think that the building is going to save you, or the sacrificial system is going to save you,
yeah,
God in his love will say, nah, bro, I'll set fire to that building. Now what? You guys not the church anymore? Oh, the church is about people. It's not about your building. Oh, so maybe you should start treating people a little bit better. Like, so, yeah, man. Yeah, God absolutely set fire to that place, bro. And there's a lot of biblical and historical and theological justifications for saying so. So that's why I you know, but like I said, like I didn't want to trail off on shit, but you know, you said I dropped the bomb, but you said you were in a cult. So like you're out here casually mentioning that you were in a cult. I'm saying like, yo, man, like, yeah, God burned down the church. Who cares?
Yeah.
But now I'm the one that's dropping the bomb, so whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, so you know the lyrics are what they are. Everything is what it is. The song's a 2 for me.
A 2?
Yep. Frankel's like, I'm just waiting for Sori's bad score.
I think God gave free will to us. Maybe in the braves of some people, they're thinking God gave direction, but they only heard. I don't know, man. Read Isaiah 11. Read Isaiah 11. Read Matthew 24. God definitely gave Nebuchadnezzar and Caesar Nero and Vespasian and Titus. He definitely put that shit in their heads. Like he did that. It explicitly says that. And if he would do that for the temple, then yeah, some anonymous church over there in Sweden or in Nebraska, man, I don't care about that place, bro. I'm like,
yeah. I hear what you're saying.
The building is a building. It doesn't mean anything. Okay. I actually like the song because it brought me back to the thrash era, and I love thrash music because, yeah, I'm kind of cavemanish. Like, I'm a kind of a knuckle dragger. Like, I like the simple, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, with that in mind, I still got to give my boys an 8.8, man. I still gotta give it an 8.8. You gave this song a 5. You let it beat Walrus. What did you?
I gave it a 2.
Oh shit! So that means you thought the Walrus song was better than this song. Damn.
Yep.
Damn. All right. Speaking of, go ahead.
Somebody said that you were biased.
Vin is based.
Oh, based.
That means like biased. You're talking real shit, like you were like on some real gangster shit.
I thought I saw it biased. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Nah, Amy, it's okay. You don't need to time him. He's like, he's on a cocaine drug. No, it's just, I mean, something really, really good for us happened today. Something that we've been working on for quite some time. Yeah. So that's the reason I didn't get much sleep. I mean, something else happened today. It was kind of annoying. Then I went down to sleep, and then something else happened. I'll let you guys know later about it. So I'm pretty wired about that. Pretty happy about that. But leave him alone, Amy. Leave him alone. He's fine. He needs a friend. He needs attention. You know what I'm saying? So everybody type 22 so that Poli-Sci 88 can get all the attention he needs and so desperately obviously deserves. Okay. We shall return. Speaking of which, World War III Testament is next. Don't touch that dial. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone. All right, we're going to commercial break. We'll be right back. I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.